Welcome students to this week's spelling video. We are going to be talking about plurals. But first we need to make sure that we have all of our needed equipment. Make sure you have your pencil nice and sharpened. Make sure you have a pair of scissors. These are teacher scissors, not student scissors. Make sure you have your spelling bag for your spelling words. Also, you absolutely need your spelling journal. Most of you should know by now you need your spelling journal. Some of you keep forgetting it. Just write it on a regular piece of paper or whatever you have that you can write on. Then you need your words. This week's words says plurals and oddball. Now, if you do not have your list for some reason, pause this video and make your own word squares. There are all the words. So just pause it and make your own word squares. So first thing we need to do, as always, is just cut them out. Now, do you know what plural is? Plurals are meaning more than one. So if I had one pencil, that would be singular. If I have two pencils, that would be plural. Okay, before I go on, I want you to make sure, do not throw this away because you know we are going to write our exemplars on this sheet of paper. So keep your widest one, okay? All right, go ahead and cut these out. But most of these are nouns. Some of them are not. Most of them are. And there are rules to adding S or ES or IES to make a word plural, meaning more than one. All right, so let's cut these out really quickly. If you need to pause the video, you may pause the video and cut out your words. All right, there we go. I'm going to pause my video and get everything else ready. So finish cutting out your words and then turn the video back on. Let's get our spelling notebook out. And I am going to have to turn mine. Actually, there we go. All right. So don't forget to put your name and the date. And then I want you to write the title, which is Unit 2, Week 2. And we are talking about plurals. All right, so we'll probably have a few. So let's cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, and then set the rest of it aside. Set your scissors aside. So you have those for your exemplars, and then we have all of our words. So go ahead and spread your words out so we can see what we're looking at. Spread those all out there. Takes me just a minute, sorry. Because we need to, there's a few rules that go with this. You would think you would just add S to everything to make it mean more than one, or plural. Plural. Get that word in your head. So we're working on plurals. And we do have oddballs in here also that just don't follow the rules. So when we're looking at the words, if you find something that I have not talked about, it is probably an oddball. All right, I think I've got them all spread out. So plurals of words ending in 3 different types of endings. Luckily for most of the words in English, in the English language, all you have to do to make a word plural is to add an S. So we need to look for one of those. So what we're going to do here on one of our little exemplar papers is just write S. Okay? And up here we're going to go down, skip one line, and write S. And then underline it. So one of those words that you just add S to is the word fang. Let's say it and spell it. Fangs. F-A-N-G-S. So the singular word is fang. F-A-N-G. And you just add an S to it to make it plural. All right. Now, there is so just keep your exemplar right here, and then we're going to make another exemplar because we have words that end in O. When a word ends with an O, you usually add an ES. So let's write ES. So look for spelling words that end with O, that you think you would have an O, that you would just add an ES to. Let's look at this one. Here's the word zeros. Everybody find the word zeros. Let's say it. Zeros. Spell it Z-E-R-O-E-S. Now the singular for that word is zero. So let's write zero. Z-E-R-O. And then you have to add an ES. Okay, let's underline our plural. So the rule again is when a word ends in O, you have to add an ES. If the singular word ends in O, you add an ES to make it plural. Okay, so now we have 2 exemplars. Let's go for a third one. Okay, you can put that word aside. And let's look at the word country. Find the word countries. Okay, C-O-U-N-T-R-I-E-S, countries. So country is a singular word. Oh, we need to make our exemplar, sorry. So we have I-E-S. Okay, so let's do that one. I-E-S. Underline that, and let's write countries. So the singular word is country. Oh, let's talk about this. The singular word is country. C-O-U-N-T-R-Y. Let's talk about this for a minute. When a word ends in Y and there's a consonant right by it, you change the Y to an I and then add ES. Okay, so there's got to be a consonant. Remember, not a vowel. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So we take this Y and change it to an I. So country, C-O-U-N-T-R, and then the Y changes to an I, and we add ES. Kind of a silly thing to do, but that's what we do. Okay, let's see if there's anything else that we need besides that. I think that's all of our exemplars. If we come across something else, we'll make another exemplar. But for right now, there's our 3 exemplars. So put those aside on top of your baggie until you're going to put all your words in there. All right. So we need to look at some of our words and see what's going on. Let's just choose a word. How about rattlers? Rattlers. What's the singular word? Rattler. So rattler. So if you said my baby sister has 1 rattler, rattler, then you just say rattler. But if she has more than 1 rattler, it's rattlers. Okay, so that is just your normal noun, and so we just put that under the S because you just add an S, as you can see that on the word. And let's underline that. Okay, we're done with that one. Let's find another word because there's some other words that are kind of a challenge. Oh, let's look at taxes. Now here is a big one. Okay, this one, when we did 0, this is when you add, oh sorry, let's not write that. Don't write that. So when a word ends in O, you add ES. Okay, there might be some more words under there. But when a word ends in, now there's going to be a couple of letters here. An X, an SH, an S, a double S, and a CH, you add an ES. So that's what happens on taxes. Okay, so we have tax is a regular one, T-A-X, and you have to add an ES. Can you find another word in all of your words that would fit under there? How about lashes? What does lashes have in there? Let's look at the singular, lash, like an eyelash. Lash. It has SH before the ES. So we know that goes here because if it ends in SH, we have to add an ES. I know there's lots of rules to have to remember, but that's just what we do. So L-A-S-H-E-S. This English language is a tough one. So we just have to kind of remember all of these different rules. So you'll have to look for more words that end in O or X, SH, S, SS, and CH, and then you can add the ES to them. That's where they fit under. All right, we also have some oddball words. Some of those oddball words are review words that we've had in other spelling lists. But what I want you to do is find all the ones that go under the S, which is the pretty easy nouns, because most of those are words we do that. But you just need to look at the words when you're reading them. So batches, did we add just S? Well, there's the CH, so you know that would go under ES. Difficulties, what happened here? Well, difficulty would be the correct word. Let's do that one. I'm going to write that word, difficulty. So they changed that. They took that Y, changed it to an I, and added ES. So let's write that one up there. D-I-F-F-I-C-U-L-T. Take that Y, change it to an I, and add ES. Okay, and let's underline that. All right, I just want you to pay attention to the words to see what it ends with before you make it plural. So look at the singular word, see how you're supposed to make it plural. Try and remember the little tricks that I showed you. So if it ends in Y, you have to change that to an I. And yes, I want you to write this down in your book. Now, I want you to, if you need to pause it and do that, go ahead and do that, and then start it back up again. But I want you to take your exemplars that you put in your baggie and do your other sorts with them if you need to for the rest of the week. Like if you do a blind sort or you do your speed sorts, you're going to need those to do that with, plus your oddballs. So go ahead and finish all of your words. You need to finish all of them. Some of you are stopping after we stop and you need to continue. Just about forgot to tell you another little trick with these rules that go with them. On the plurals of words ending with X, SH, S, 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 and CH, some people describe the words, they sound like it's a hiss at the end. I'm not exactly sure every word sounds like a hiss, especially the CH words, but it sounds like a hiss. So let's try that before we end this. So we have tax, lash. It doesn't quite sound like a hiss, but let's try and find another word that ends with a CH or an SH. Oh, SS. Here's one. If this was a singular word and we said loss, so loss, tax, those really sound like you're hissing. So then you can remember that you have to add the ES. That's the other little trick to that one. But try and remember these rules and it will help you. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher. They will definitely help you. So good luck, get it done, and we'll see you at school.